Hey guys, it's me Lauren Gell and welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy that you're here to hang out with me. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and follow. Do all those things down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And I have been gone for a few months. Life has been crazy. I've been piecing it all back together. Nothing really bad has happened, but life sometimes gets in the way. And I am just at this point where I just had to prioritize everything else in life over filming. Today's video is going to be about a haul from Sephora because the sale just ended, and I like posting sales after they have already passed because I don't want to influence anyone to go out and spend money that they don't have. I think it's crazy to not budget for sales, and knowing that this is like one of the biggest ones that Sephora puts on all year long, I wanted to participate. Anyways, long story short, I'm rambling because I haven't done an intro in a few months, so I'm out of practice. Let's dive in to this haul because I have some goodies in here and I really want to share with you guys. Okay, I feel like that was a whack intro, but here we are, still thriving. Anyways, so the first thing that I had to pick up was the Innisfree Green Tea Seed Hyaluronic Serum Refill. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just cardboard. I love it. The sustainability of the packaging. So the first bottle you buy, obviously with product in it, is $30. But then moving forward, if you buy your refills, it's only $24 because you're not paying the extra $6 for the bottle every time. Plus, you can just reuse your bottle. And I'm really into this whole reusable packaging situation because we should have been there from the beginning. But anyways, I love it because I used to have perioral dermatitis. Not by doctor recommendation or like not by doctor diagnosed, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But this girl on TikTok had what I had, which was this really flaky dryness around my mouth that spread to my jaw and like up my cheek. And it wasn't just like a breakout. I thought I had an allergic reaction to something. And it was a whole dermatitis because nothing helped. Except when I condensed down my skincare routine to just moisturizer and a serum and took out all of my exfoliants and everything like that, is when I saw a difference in my skin. And the serum that was added in at the time, along with just plain, I think I was using the CeraVe moisturizer at the time, was this. And so there's something about the green tea seed in here that is an antioxidant. So somehow with it infused into the serum, you can see my cat, created something that does hydrate the skin and rebalance the skin and all the great things you want wrapped into one. I truly believe in this stuff, and I'm using their green tea seed cleanser in the shower because I always have a face wash for the shower. I love that stuff so much. And I slowly am surely going to be trying more from the brand, from this line from the brand, because I already like the brand, but I really like the green tea seed infused stuff for rebalancing the skin. So I bought a refill of that. Another one that's going to be a replacement for me. This is the Amika Water Sign Hydrating Hair Oil. I'm excited about this because when I worked at Sephora, I would put this in my hair almost like every day when I felt like my hair needed a little refresh. And this is the packaging. She's really cute. I love the packaging. Most of the ingredients in here at the top of the list are actually all oils and extracts and different things like that. So the first ingredient in here is actually almond oil. The second one's castor seed oil, mango seed butter, argan oil, jojoba seed oil, and then so on and so forth with different extracts and stuff like that. So this is a very dense oil. I wonder if I can get a pump out to show you guys because I'm using Moroccan oil and it's really thick, but this, you can kind of see it. It's still like liquidy because it's a hair oil, but I have had hair oils that feel like water and this doesn't. Plus, because it has all those oils in it, there is a nice, like, Amika fragrance to it. Like, that powdery floral smell that you get from Amika is also in the hair oil. I really like this hair oil. If you have any texture different from mine, and if you don't have, like, relatively thick hair like me, then this is going to weigh your hair down. 100%. The reason my hair likes it is because everything that's blonde in my hair, this is as natural as my hair has been in a long time. But like all of this down at the end that sticks up is all the hair that is dead and fried and probably should go. But it's 5 years of blonde. So my hair really loves this stuff. I'm excited that I have the full-size bottle, but I also can't wait to like devote my hair oiling experience only to this hair oil because I loved it so much when I worked at Sephora, so I made sure to get it during the sale. Another thing I wanted to make sure I got during the sale was from Josie Moran, or Moran, I don't know, but it's the whipped argan oil body butter, but this is in the scent Topless Tangerine. So it's pixie tangerine and pink grapefruit. I love this. I am definitely becoming more of a fruity sweet kind of smell during the summer versus like the pina colada coconutty stuff, like, or like the overly artificially sweet smells like Sol de Janeiro, right? I love the orange tub, the original 62 cent. That is one of my go-tos for the summertime. However, I also like this like offset of wearing something more citrusy sweet, and that's what this body lotion is. The other thing I like about this is it's refillable. If you love like candy fruity smells, you're gonna love this. Like, you definitely get the like wham bam tangerine smell, but the longer I sit here and I smell it, the more of like a floral undertone that there is. And I do love a fruity floral, and I'm super excited about this. The other thing I appreciate about it, because it's a reusable packaging, is yes, the scent is on the bottom here. However, it's not on anywhere else on the jar, so I can buy any other refill I want to put in here and no one will know. I mean, even though the bottom says it. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes reusable packaging, if you buy one scent, it'll say the scent on like the front of the thing. For some reason, that would bother me. But because the scent is on the bottom, it's not going to bother me if I put something else in here. As weird as that sounds. But I really like the moisturizing aspect of this lotion too, because the first ingredients are quite literally water and then argan oil. So I really like that about it. I am coming to find that I really prefer body butters and stuff, because a lot of the time your body butters and things like that have more like what I consider real ingredients at the front of the ingredient list. It's so good. I love this smell. It's great. Okay, I apologize if lighting or things changed. I just got a call from housing. I've been on and off the phone all day. It's been great. But anyways, on to smelly goods. So I have been really into buying travel sprays nowadays instead of a full size of a perfume, because I just don't use them up fast enough. So one of the ones I got is actually a repurchase for me. It's Dolce & Gabbana's La Imperatrice. Don't know how you say that. Don't know how you say it. But this, if I remember correctly, has like a watermelon note in it. It's a fruity floral. And the reason I bought the kit is because you got a travel spray and a little dabber for $1 more than just buying the travel spray. I loved it from all the way back, a few years now since I worked at JCPenney's and not Sephora. It's like spring in a bottle, in my opinion. It's such a floral, very light, but there is that sweet, like fruity top note. I love it. I love it so much. It's so light and flattering, and I just love it. So I had to get that. And then a new one for me that, again, I have been wanting to try for a few years now. This is Versace's For Her Dylan Purple. And I bought this because I think, if I remember correctly, there are notes of like citrus notes in here. Either orange blossom or orange pill or something. I know there's some variation of orange in this one. But again, it's a fruity floral. I love this one for that, again, that top note of fruit citrusiness to it, and then it mellows out to like a beautiful floral smell. So I tend to go for them. But the last few things I have are makeup related. So one thing that I wanted to purchase now that I'm not using right now, but I'm close to being able to use, is this is Makeup by Mario's Soft Pop Powder Blush in Poppy Pink. And I bought this to be an alternative for an Ofra blush that I have been on the hunt to find an alternative for. And I think this is a dupe. Let me grab the blush so I can show you what I think. Okay, so this is my beloved face palette. And it's this shade here. And I've repressed it once, and then I've already hit pan on it yet again. So let me swatch this one get a really good amount on my hand and just see, because I have to know. I think this was the best alternative I found for it, because the pink, like this is way more like bubblegum watermelon pink, not like baby pink. But every time I would like go in store, see, this is still a little too pink. I need something with like a hint of more coral in it. Crap. I'll like never find a dupe, because you see what I mean? I mean, maybe it's just me being nitpicky and I should just accept it, but you know, it's hard. Yeah, like this one's way more coral based than this one. And you might be looking at it like, Lauren, you're crazy. They look the same. No, this one's more orange. This is more pink. I'm gonna have to wear these side by side and see. Because if not, I might have to take this back. I could have swore I took this blush into the store with me multiple times to see if I could like find an alternative. And I thought I did, but then I don't take into account that sometimes those blushes and stuff have been sitting there on those studio lights for literally hours, days, weeks, and months on end. So that's going to change the saturation of the product, because it's going to get like light faded. I forget about that, but I really want those two. They're not that far off from each other. I feel like I could make it work. They look the same from far away. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I ultimately have to do a wear test to see. Another thing that I tried recently, I've been wanting to try this product for years at this point. And I finally just was like, Lauren, now or never. So I bought the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Baking and Setting Powder in Sugar Cookie, because one thing about me is I'm very pale. And the thing about it though, is being so pale, having a powder like this that has any kind of like hue to it, any kind of like yellowness, can oxidize my foundation. No matter what, because I'm so fair that this alters the foundation color. Even though this is technically a translucent powder, it still pulls a little yellow. So I tried this one out the other day under my eyes, only I didn't do it on the rest of my face because I am trying to use this up. I really liked how thin this powder was. It's so thin. The only thing is I don't like the netting in here, and I know that that's a critique of a lot of people where they don't like the netting. I see the value in it in the sense of like it helps you to not pick up that much product, but like I love powder. So getting used to not using that much has been wild. But it's so thin, and I don't know why I swatched it on my hand like you're going to be able to see a white powder on my pale skin. But anyways, I like that idea of it, and I know that you can just, there's like a little notch here. You can kind of see it, where if I pop that out, then I can just use the powder without the netting. But anyways, that's like me nitpicking. However, the powder was beautiful and no oxidization. So I guess for me, cocaine white is the shade that I should choose moving forward in my life, because I'm that pale. So we love it. But it's so cute that they called it Sugar Cookie. Another thing I grabbed was the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Space Cowboy. Already forgot the name. And the reason I picked this up is because I really like the formula of their eyeliners. I have never bought one until this year. And I bought one called Photo, which is like this really pretty shimmery pink. This one is a beige with silver sparkle in it, just like the Space Cowboy shade. I love this shade all over my eyes as far as like the single eyeshadow goes, like the actual moon dust shadows. But I love this formula for my inner corner as a winged liner, as just smeared all over the eye. My waterline, which is the reason I wanted this, because I love a good metallic shimmer in my waterline. However, my eyes have become very sensitive to eyeliners. So these are like really one of the only ones that have a metallic formula that my eyes agree with. So I went ahead and grabbed this one, and I honestly will buy anything Space Cowboy themed because I just love this. And they don't smear too bad either once they set down. I love them. They last forever, so I grabbed that. And then the last couple things are lip products. And I know I don't like buying lip products at their full price. So if I can get them on sale during the Sephora sale, then I'm going to buy them. The first two things, which I knew I was going to like these, but these are the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks in the High Shimmer formula. I bought the shade Fussy in store, but then I loved it so much that I went ahead and grabbed Fenty Glow online because I really, really love this formula. I get why people like it so much. Plus, the packaging is so pretty. And then it pops off. And this is like a gloss stick. And for them to be a high shine, they still have pretty good pigment to them like you would expect any of their glosses to have. It does have that really sweet candy smell like the Fenty glosses do. And if you don't like that smell, or if it's overpowering, or if you just don't like the taste, because the taste is also there, then you're not going to like these. These taste and smell just like the OG Fenty glosses, which for me, for the longest time, I couldn't get behind. I stopped using the glosses altogether because of it. Even though I love the formulation, I couldn't get past it. I really like this formula enough to get past it. But that's the shade Fussy. You see that sparkle? It's so pretty. And then Fenty Glow was the other one that I was debating between because I wasn't sure if I needed both of them. And you probably don't. I mean, I can't justify saying you need any makeup product, but these are really nice. And it was great to get them on sale. But this is that shade. They are similar. This is more pink. This is more peach. And the thing I really like about these is, like, I love a lip liner. I have such small white people lips that honestly, I could just buy lip liners for the rest of my life, never buy a lipstick again, and do just fine. But I love lipsticks, so that's not going to happen. 2, I love this on top of a lip liner because they have opacity to them, but they're still that high shine. So when the opacity's gone, the shimmer is still there. So it looks more long wearing than it actually is. I'm glad I waited to try out the sparkly ones because when they launched their original ones in the gloss, or the original Gloss Bomb Sticks that were just the opaque lip gloss formula without this shine to them. Well, they had high shine, but they weren't sparkly. I was like, ooh, I know I'm going to like those, but I want them to be sparkly. And then they finally came out with the sparkly ones. And I was, at that moment, was like, do I know myself or do I know myself? These and then the e.l.f. lip oils, specifically the sparkly ones, are like my favorite lip glosses of all time now because they're so good. And then the last two things that I got are the Violette FR Bisou Balms. These are really popular because the brand just came to Sephora, but this is a French brand. I discovered them on TikTok specifically for this Bisou Balm because this is designed to give you that French blotted lip, and I love the French aesthetic. And I have loved, because I have smaller lips, that like blotted technique to smear them and make them a little bit larger than what they are, but just using like your natural lip shape has always been like a technique that I've used. And so I love it. And I love that I low-key have always had like this French influence. Not really, but a girl can dream. But anyways, this brand, they have a bunch of products I want to try. But I started out with the Bisou Balms because these are what intrigued me first. Now I will say, packaging alone, these retail for $29, regular value. So package alone, I want these to be a little bit more weighted because they are just like a very like flimsy packaging. Like if I could probably crush this if I wanted to. That's how flimsy it feels. But the product inside is beautiful. Do you see that color? This is the shade called Bon Bon Coquelicot. Coquelicot? Thinking it's Coquelicot. Probably wrong. But this is like a bright corally shade. And you would think that pigment, right? No, because these have like a sheer balmy suede texture to them that they just blur out. And that's the thing I like about them. And then the other shade I have is called Mon Chéri, which is like this really deep, beautiful, burnt reddish moment. But because it's such a thin product, very, very thin. I mean, that's still pigmented, don't get me wrong. But it's so pretty on the lip. So pretty. I'm going to put this one on for you guys because it's so pretty. Because, and it's like, it's on my lip. It's there. But it's just a little moments of color. And then with like these on top, hold on. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I love it so much. These are my favorite combo right now. But these Bisou Balms have like a sheer suede texture to them. It's so unique. If you have dry lips, these are going to cling to dry patches because of that sheer suede texture. But if you want like a filtered, not precise line of a lip, but you still want color, these are really, really nice. So I will say, for the price point, the $29 is steep. Based on the packaging, I'd want it to feel a little bit more weighted, more luxe, because these, like, I can literally just fly out of my hand. But the product in here is gorgeous. This has become a new fave of mine, and I'm obsessed. The thing that gets me most is I think I filmed this entire video slightly crooked. But if you see what I'm recording on, you'd be proud of me for even attempting the video, because I'm sitting you on my suitcase that has my clothes in it. On top of that is my makeup organizer that I have been using. And then on top of that is my stand with my phone and mic. We love it. Anyways, that's all I have. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you stuck around to the end, I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to choke on my own spit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Do all those things down below. I would greatly appreciate it. And I do hope to see you in another video. I don't know how consistent I can get yet with my filming. We're actively trying to get a house, so it's been like progress, not perfection. So that's been going on, and my husband comes home in a month, and life is just crazy. It keeps on going, and that's that. But I hope that I can get back to a relatively routine schedule here. Thank you for hanging out with me again, and I think I'm gonna just hop off and leave this video where it's at. So have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in another one. So bye. And there goes charcoal, literally, as I'm like, bye.